Today, we're going to start a new topic that is individual behavior. In this video, we'll cover what is individual difference or what is individual behavior, important dimension of individual differences, psychological process of behaviors, and last, we'll discuss two case studies. We talk about individual behavior. Individual differences and organizational behavior refers to the variations and distinctions that exist among employees within an organization. These differences further can manifest in various aspects, including personality traits, abilities, attitudes, values, preferences, motivations, and behaviors. What actually is understanding and managing these differences are crucial for effective organizational function as they influence how employees interact with each other and perform their tasks and contribute to the overall goals of the organization. The concept of individual difference refers to a unique variation in personality, abilities, attitudes, and interests, and even in values that distinguish one person to another. These differences shapes how individuals perceive and interact with their environment, influence their behavior and decision making processes, and ultimately contribute to their overall development and performance in various contexts. Understanding individual differences is essential both in academic and practical settings, as it provides insights into how individuals behave differently in various and similar situations, and how these differences impact outcome within an organization. By example, or I can say, by examining individual differences, researchers and practitioners can identify the patterns, predict the behaviors, and tailor the interventions to better meet the diverse need of individuals and groups. Here are some of the key points or key aspects of individual differences. First is personality traits. Actually, individuals have a unique personality traits that affect how employees or how they perceive and respond to their work environment. For example, some employees may be more extroverted, thrive in social interactions or grouping, while other may be somehow introverted and prefer solitary work. That means they like to work independently. Second is ability and skills. In this, employees possesses very varied abilities and skills, which determines their aptitude of different tasks and roles within the organizations. The ability to include cognitive abilities, technical skills, problem solving skills, and interpersonal skills. The third is attitudes and values. In this, attitude reflects individual feelings and beliefs about their own work, about their colleagues, and about the whole organization. Values represents what individual consider more important in life and work. differences in attitudes and values can lead to conflict or alignment within the organization goals and cultural norms. Now, next one is perception. What is perception? We can say everyone has a different way of thinking or a viewpoint that can be concluded as perception. But in a proper definition, perception refers to how individuals interpret and make sense of their environment. Factors such as past experiences, cultural backgrounds, and cognitive biasness influence individuals' perception of situation towards the people and the events in the workplaces. Next is motivation. Employees are motivated by different factors such as achievements, recognitions, and there are many other examples or motivation reasons like job security. Understanding what motivates each individual is essential for managers to design effective reward system and initiative, or we can say initiates the different incentives programs. Next is learning style. Individuals have different preferences and styles, as we all know that. When it comes to learning and acquiring new skills or knowledge, some may prefer hand on learning experiences, while others may prefer reading and attending lectures. Next is work preferences. In this, employees may have preferences regarding to their work schedule, their work environment, leadership style, and of course, have their own preferences on communication methods. Recognizing and accommodating these preferences can enhance a job satisfaction and performances. The last one is demographic factors. Demographic factors, or we can say demographic characteristics such as age, gender, or we can say educational background, can also contribute an individual difference in organization behavior. These factors may influence communication patterns, decision making processes, and team dynamics. Now, in our next video, we'll discuss in the next slide, we'll discuss important dimensions of individual differences. And the first one is self concept. Self concept refers to how individuals perceive, evaluate, and understand themselves. It encompasses beliefs, thoughts, feelings, and and perceptions about one's identity and capability and the worth. There are some of the key components of self concept. The first one is self esteem. The overall evolution of one's worth, or you can say high self esteem individuals typically have positive self evolutions, while low self esteem individuals may harbor negative perceptions about themselves or about their own performances. Second component is self efficacy, that is, belief in one's ability to accomplish a special task or goal. Individual with high self-efficacy is more likely to set challenging goals and in the face and persist to face the obstacles. While This individual with low self-efficacy do not challenges to the goals, do not set their other targets up to their own abilities. Self-image. Mental representations of one's physical appearances, abilities, and social roles influence how individuals perceive themselves in the relation to others. The last one is ideal self versus real self. Dispensary between individual real self and ideal self can be affected by their self concept and motivation. The second dimension is personality dimension. Personality refers to enduring patterns of thoughts, or we can say patterns of feelings and behaviors that characterize individuals and differentiate them from others. There are the key dimensions, that is, big five personality traits. First one is openness to experience. This trait reflects a person's willingness to try new things, their curiosity, imagination, and appreciation for arts, emotions, adventures, unusual ideas, and variety of experiences. Individuals having an openness tends to be creative, as they can be open minded and intellectually curious, while those in low openness may be more traditional, practical, or they can prefer a proper common routine in a daily life. Next is conscientiousness. This trait reflects to the degree of organization, responsibility, dependability, and goal directed behavior an individual exhibits. Conscious individuals are typically disciplined and very reliable. They tend to set and achieve goals. They pay attention to details and follow rules and routines, whereas those low in consciousness may struggle with disorganization, low to follow the rules, and they have their own pace and they have a very low productivity. Third is extroversion. Extroversion represents the degree to which someone is outgoing, sociable, and energetic, or we can say enthusiastic. Extroverts enjoy being around with other people and are often assertive in social situations, whereas they tend to be talkative, outgoing, seeks excitement and stimulation. In contrast, introverts are more reserved and prefer solitary activities and small groups. They like to work individually and complete their tasks by their own. Fourth is agreeableness. This trait reflects a person's tendency to be compensate or say com- or we can say cooperative or trusting towards others. Individuals high in agreeableness are generally friendly and willing to compromise. They prioritize harmony in the relationship and are sensitive to the needs and feelings of others. Whereas those low in agreeableness may be more competitive and has less concern with other welfare. Our next topic is neurotism. Neurotism measures to the extent to which an individual experiences negative emotions such as anxiety, depression, anger, etc. People high in neurotism are prone to mood swings, worries, and emotional instabilities. They are more reactive to stressors and highly emotionally stability, tends to be calmer and resilient and better able to cope with their stress. Other personality traits are also being mentioned in this. First one is locus of control, that is internal and versus external. Locus of control refers to the extent to which individuals believe that they can control events affecting them. Those with an internal locus of control believe they can control over their lives and outcomes through their own actions and decisions. While those with an external locus of control believe external forces such as luck or faith or dictate their lives. Second is type A versus type B personalities. In this, type A personalities are characteristics characterized by time urgency and a tendency towards hostility and aggression. They often exhibit high level of stress and impatience. On the other hand, B-type personality are more relaxed, patient, and laid back towards their work. Third is authoritarianism and egalitarianism. Authoritarianism refers to a personality trait characterized by the preferences for obedience to authority, to social norms, and belief in hierarchy and control. Egalitarianism, on the other hand, reflects beliefs in equality, fairness, and preferences for reducing social hierarchies and promoting cooperations and mutual respect within the groups or the organization. The last one is risk taking personality. This trait refers to an individual willingness to take risk or chances in various situations. Some of the people are naturally inclined to seek out novelty and excitement, while on others prefer to avoid uncertainty and stick to safe and more predictable options. Risk taking propensity can influence decision making, or can say they influence career choices and lifestyle behaviors. Now, the third dimension here comes, which is ability. Abilities refers to individuals' cognitive and physical capabilities to perform a task or to solve a problem effectively. The several key dimensions we'll discuss, that is cognitive ability. This also, this is further divided into five of the factors, that is verbal reasoning. First one is this refers the capacity to understand and reason using concept expressed in words. It involves analysis and evolution of written and spoken languages. Second is numerical reasoning. Numerical reasoning involves the ability to understand and manipulate numerical information. This includes tasks such as arithmetic operations, interpreting graphs and charts, and solving mathematical problems. Third, and that is spatial reasoning, or it involves the ability to mental visualize, manipulate objects in space. That is, it includes tasks such as mental rotation, spatial perception, and understanding relationship between objects and three-dimensional space. Fourth is memory. Memory refers to the ability to retain and recall information over time. It involves a process such as encoding, storage, and retrieval of information. Next is problem solving skills. Problem solving skills encompasses the ability to identify, analyze, and solve complex problems effectively. It involves critical thinking, creativity, and decision making as to solve the problems in a very effective and efficient way. Now, in this, second is physical abilities. It's further divided into some of the factors. That is the strength. Strength refers to the amount of the force of a muscle or a group of muscles can exert against resistance. Or I can say it is essential for tasks requiring lifting, pushing, pulling, and carrying heavy objects. Second is agility. Agility is the ability to move quickly and easy with speed, flexibility, and coordination. It involves rapid changes in directions and movements. Third is dexterity. Dexterity refers to skills and ease in using hands and fingers to perform a task that requires precision and fine motor control, such as typing, or we can say playing a musical instrument or performing a surgery. Then comes endurance. Endurance is the ability to sustain prolonged physical and mental efforts over a time. It involves stamina and resistance to fatigue. The third is social and emotional abilities. This is also further divided in empathy. If we say empathy is the ability to understand and share feelings of others, it involves perspective taking and emotional recognition and compensate responding to others' emotions. Second is emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence encompasses the ability to recognize, understand, and manage one's own emotions as well as those of others. It includes skills such as self awareness, self regulations, empathy, and social skills. Third is interpersonal skills. Interpersonal skills involve the ability to communicate, collaborate, or to interact effectively with others. In an organization, it includes skills such as active listening, assertiveness, and conflicts resolution and teamwork. These abilities play a crucial role in aspects of life, various aspects of life, including academic and social, or professional success, personal relationship, and over well being. Depending on developing these abilities can lead to improved performance and adaptability in different situations. Here comes the last, personal values and ethics. Values are enduring beliefs about what is important and desirable, while ethics refers to the principle of right and wrong behavior. First of all, we will cover the dimensions of personal values and then of ethics. The key dimensions is achievement versus leisure. This represents the balance individuals strike between pursuing goals and accomplishment versus enjoying relaxation and leisure activities. Some people prioritize hard working, setting goals, achieving their own targets, and advancing in their career and personal endeavor, while others value leisure time, relaxations, and enjoy lives with pleasure and with their own perspectives. Second one is power versus affiliation. Power oriented emphasis the pursuit of influence, control, and dominance in the social interactions and relationships. Those in, with those with the power oriented may seek leadership positions, strive for authority, and prioritize competitions and assertiveness. Affiliation orientations, on the other hand, prioritize performing connection, fostering their relationship, and seeking harmony and cooperation with others and help each other in growing or to achieve the targets. Third is tradition versus progress. This reflects individual preferences for either perceiving established customs, beliefs, and practices, or we can say embracing change, innovation, and advancement. Some people value stability, continuing, and to follow traditional values and way of life, while others prioritize adaptability, growth, pursuit of new ideas and opportunities. They welcome the changes with a whole heart. Fourth is individualism and collectivism. Individualism emphasis in independence, self reliance, and pursuit of a personal goals and interest over a group or social interest. Individuals high in individualism prioritize autonomy, personal achievements, and freedom of choice. On the other hand, collectivism emphasizes interdependent cooperation and the welfare of the group or community over individual desires. Those high in collectivism value harmony, loyalty, and we can say their collective goals. Here, we'll discuss the ethical values now, that is, honesty. Honesty involves truthfulness and sincerity in one words and actions. Indeed, it entails being truthful and straightforward in communication and interact with each other, as well as being genuine and transparent in one's behavior as an individual or as their own perspective. Integrity is the second one that means or refers to the adherence to moral and ethical principles. even in the face of temptation or pressure to compromise one's value. It involves consistency between one's action, beliefs, and values, as well as maintaining moral uprightness and ethical conduct. The fourth, further, the third point is respect for others. Respect of others involves recognition the worth and dignity of all individuals, regardless of differences in their backgrounds, beliefs, or opinions. It involves treating others with kindness, consideration, and fairness by valuing their perspectives also and the rights and boundaries. Next is responsibility. Responsibility involves taking ownership of one's action, obligations, and duties, and being accountable for the consequences of one's choice. Or we can say, fulfilling commitments, acting with diligence and reliability, and consider the impact of one's action on others and the broader community. As on oneself in a position, they hold a very crucial amount of responsibilities to hold their positions. Ethical decision making. Individuals' personal values and ethical framework influence their decision making process and behaviors in organization settings. When understanding these dimensions of individual differences is essential for managers and organization to effectively manage and leverage the decision, or we can say diverse talents, personalities, abilities, and values of their employees. It informs various practices such as recruitment, selection, training, performance management, and organizing cultural development. Additionally, recognizing and respecting individual differences in the organization contributes to create inclusive and supportive work environments, and employees can thrive and contribute their best towards achieving the organizational goals collectively. Now, in our next slide, we'll discuss the psychological process of behavior by SR model. The SR model in organization behavior refers to the stimulus response model, which is conceptual framework and used to understand how individual reacts to different stimulus in their environment. Actually, this model is rooted in behavioral psychology and emphasizes the relationship between external stimuli, individual responses, and the consequences of their responses. Let's break down each component of SR model. First is stimulus stands for S. In this, in the context of organizational behavior, stimuli refers to the various factors in the environment that influence individual behavior. These stimuli can be internal, that is, our own thoughts and emotions, or external, that is, organizational policies, co worker behaviors, and work tasks. Stimuli can trigger a specific response or behavior in individual. The second one is response, that is R. The response is the observable behavior, or we can say the reaction that individual exhibits in response to a stimulus. The behavior can be verbal, non-verbal, or combination of both. Responses can vary widely depending on the factors such as personality, attitude, perception, and individual differences. The third one is consequences that is seen. In this model, consequences refers to the outcome or result of an individual's response to a stimulus. These consequences can be positive, negative, or neutral and can influence future behavior. Positive consequences, such as rewards or praise, may reinforce certain behavior, while negative consequences, such as punishments, criticism, may discourage the certain behaviors of the employees. Now, the SR model suggests that individuals learn through reinforcement of certain responses to stimuli. Reinforcement can be either positive, that is regarding desirable behavior, or negative, it strengthens the association between stimulus and response. Punishment, on the other hand, weakens the association between the stimulus and responses. As for suppose, someone has said something about my performance, it would be good or bad, but I myself give a very unexpected response, then what is it if my leader may like or may not like? In this situation, I can be rewarded as well as I can be punished. If I am being punished, then on the next time I will avoid to give my response. The application of the SR model in organization behavior includes understanding how organizational policies, leadership styles, and reward system influence employees' behavior. By identifying the key stimuli and their corresponding responses and consequences, organization can design intervention to promote desired behaviors and minimize undesired ones. Overall, what is the SR model provides a useful framework for understanding the relationship between the environmental stimuli, and individual behavior, and the consequences of those responses in the context of organization behavior. Next one is SOBA model. Now, SOBA model is comprehensive model of human behavior, which combines SR situations and human beings. But O in this model is not passive or immobile, but it is a meditating, maintain an adjective function between S and R. The S in this model stands for stimulus or the external environmental situation. It includes light, heat, sound, action of supervisor, and other aspects of environment to which a person is sensitive. This stimulus is very comprehensive and all encompassing in nature. It stimulates the organism or a person into action and interrupt what they are doing and help them to make their own choices. The stimulus incorporates all aspects of environment, immediate stimulus, physical environment, and social cultural environment. In this model, now O stands for organism as a person But this O does not stand only for psychological being, but also includes the process within the person, that is, for example, heredity, maturity, knowledge, we can say skills, values, and preferences. Now, B stands for behavior. It includes both overt and covert behaviors such as body movements, talking, facial experience, expressions, emotions, sentiments, and thinking. The response of a person indicates by a single headed arrow in the behavior. Behavior is anything that a person does. It is not something that done to a person. Now, we're also going to study about A now. A stand for accomplishing and consequences. Whenever the behavior in turn acts on outside world, it leads to accomplishment as shown by single-headed arrow. It assumes that the accomplishment may further change the stimulating conditions and thereby influence a subsequent behavior, or it may create a new stimulus leading to a new behavior. Since behavior is influenced by the interaction of S with O, any change in S and O will definitely influence the behavior. It is a manager's job to decide when to change S and to change O. But one must analyze the condition carefully so that the changes introduced are in the right directions and do not give rise to any worse problem in the further future. The same behavior may have different causes. In order to adequately understand and evaluate the behavior, it is essential to determine which cause is involved in a particular situation. The type of treatment of S or the O that will work in one cause may not work in another cause or event with the same cause on different occasions. Similarly, the same cause may have much behaviors. Now, along with this, we here comes on the case study managing workplace stress. So, first of all, we will discuss about the background, that is, in this case study, Sarah is 25-year-old marketing executive working on multinational companies. She has been with the company for 2 years and it's is known for her creative ideas and enthusiasm and energetic behavior. However, recently her performance has been declining and it seems more stressed than usual behavior. In this case study, the key issues are performance decline. Sarah's recent projects has not been met expectations, and her colleagues have also noticed that there is a decrease in her productivity. Secondly, increased stress. Sarah appears stressed out at work. She often stays late and seems overwhelmed or by her overload tasks. That is, also leads to change in behavior. The key issue is previously outgoing and confident, Sarah has become withdrawn and irritable. She avoids socializing with her team members and seems less engaged in meetings. Now, in this case study, we'll go through the part of analysis. And this, each factor is divided into three more characteristics. In this analysis, we cover individual factors, environmental factors, and coping mechanism. And individual differences or individual factors, main role is personality. Sarah is known for being ambitious and perfectionist, which might contribute her to stress when things does not go as planned. Secondly, perception. She may perceive her workload and leading to stress and anxiety about about her performance and completing her task on time. Moreover, attitude. If Sarah has developed a negative attitude towards her work due to her recent challenges, it could affect her motivation and behavior. In the case of environmental factors, maybe workload, we can say high workload and tight deadlines could be contributing to the Sarah's stress level, or we can say organization culture. The company's culture of high performance and competition might disturb Sarah, and because of this, she may feel or very conscious that she is not able to meet the expectations, or she is not able to be in a part of competition. Third is coping mechanism. Current coping strategies. In this, Sarah current coping mechanism seems to be working long hours, which may not be sustainable or good for her. Effective coping strategies encouraging Sarahs to take a regular break, practice mindfulness, or seek mentorship support could help her to manage stress more effectively. Here comes to the recommendations and conclusions. Recommendations is also being divided in individual level and organizational level. An individual level, conduct a stress assessment with Sarah to identify specific stressors and triggers. Secondly, Sarah encourage Sarah to practice stress management techniques such as deep breathing exercises as time management strategies. In an organization, offer training or workshops to manage a workplace stress. On the organization level, review Sarah's workload can help to control the situation and redistribute the task if possible to reduce the pressure over her. Secondly, foster a supportive environment. It means where employees feel comfortable discussing their stress and seeking help with their superiors, with their colleagues, etc. Thirdly, we can say that promote a healthy work life balance and discourage overwork. If we come to the conclusion, understanding and addressing individual behavior in the context of workplace stress can lead to improved performance and well being. By analyzing the factors such as personality traits, perceptions, and coping mechanisms, organization can better support employees like Sarah in managing their stress effectively. Now, here comes our second case study, that is managing team dynamics. In this, Tom is a 24-year-old project manager at technology startup, and he has been in the company for 3 years and has a reputation of being decisive leader who values efficiency and results. Recently, what happened? Tom has faced challenges with his team's performance and collaboration. Key issues are further pointed out, that is, team performance deadlines. Despite initial strong results, Tom team members has been seen a decline in productivity and morale over the past 6 months. Secondly, the issue is about communication breakdown. There is a noticeable lack of communication within a team, leading to the misunderstandings and delays in project delivery along with the team uh, conflicts. Conflict management. Tom has encountered conflict among team members that have affected overall teamwork, trust, and productivity. In this case study, we have divided the analysis in three parts, that is, individual factors, environmental factors, and the third is group dynamics. In individual factors, Tom's assertiveness and focus on result might contribute to a direct communication style which could unconditionally lead to misunderstanding or conflicts due to his personality trait. Secondly, his preferences for efficiency might overshadow the importance of team collaboration and interpersonal dynamics. Thirdly, emotional intelligence. Assessing Tom's ability to emphasize the understand his team members' prospective perspective could shed light on how effectiveness in managing conflicts. Second one is environmental factors. We can see the startup culture of rapid growth and innovation may prioritize result over the team dynamics, potentially neglecting the importance of interpersonal relations in the team and the competition of Tom's team, including diverse skills and personalities. It would also have influenced the communication collaboration dynamics. Third is about resource constraints. Limited resources and tight timelines could add pressure, impacting team morale and performance. Thirdly, group dynamics. We have analyzed that how communication flows within the team and identified any bottlenecks and breakdowns. In this conflict resolution, we have assessed how conflicts are managed within the team and whether through direct intervention by Tom or through team based discussion. Also, evaluated how Tom's leadership influences the team dynamics and performance outcomes. And this, when we come to the recommendation, we have tried to find individual level. Conduct a 360-degree feedback review for Tom to gain insights into how his leadership style is being perceived by his team members, or provide team with Tom with the training and coaching on emotional intelligence and effective communication strategies, or by encouraging Tom to foster a more inclusive team environment by actively listening to team members or concern or ideas. If we give the recommendation on the team level, first of all, facilitates team building activities or workshop to improve communication collaboration among the team members. Moreover, implement regular team meetings with structured agendas to ensure open communication and alignment on the project goals with the team members. Thirdly, on the team level, establish a clear notes and responsibilities within the team to minimize the misunderstandings and conflicts. On organization level, review and align the organization goals with team objectives to ensure clarity and consistency in expectations. Whereas we should also foster a supportive organizational culture that values both result and team dynamics, promoting a balance between productivity and employees' well being. Or lastly, we can provide sources and tools. It means conflict resolution training, project management softwares to support effective teamwork and collaboration. By understanding human behavior in context of team dynamics, it's crucial for organization success. By addressing the factors such as leadership, communication patterns, organization culture, organization enhance team performance. And a student can learn the valuable lessons from these case studies about the complexity of managing team and importance of integrating behavior insights into managerial practices. This case study emphasizes the importance of considering human or individual behavior within the borders of organizational context, offering practical recommendation for improving team dynamics and performance. It encourages students to analyze how individual actions and leadership behavior can impact team effectiveness and organizational outcomes. Here, at our